Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I decided to make this video kasi naisip ko lang, maybe there are people out there who want to know or are curious about what my work is really like as a private caregiver. Many of you, siguro, nagbabalak na magtrabaho dito sa Middle East or yung iba just want to understand what being a caregiver truly means. And also this video is explaining kung ano yung pagkakaiba ng home healthcare caregiver sa private home caregiver. Magkaiba yun kasi merong mga iba dyan na nalilito. So I will share everything with you based purely on my own experience and background. First, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Sheng Sang de la Concepcion. I work as a private home caregiver here in Riyadh since 2025. But actually, I have been working as a caregiver for 7 years now. A lot of experience in different countries, UAE, Kuwait, Philippines, and now here in Saudi Arabia. So what is my main job and duties right now? I am a private home caregiver. Kasi yung iba iniisip nila, kapag private home caregiver, iniisip nila gumagawa ng mga household. Totoo, meron talagang ganun. But for me, my full attentions and time are dedicated only to the person I am assigned to take care of. Let me explain based on the actual conditions of my patient. My patient is a bedridden case, so hindi na siya nakakatayo, nakakalakad, or move around. And what is exactly what I do every day? Personal care, feeding, since my patient is bedridden, so he's fed through NGT only. Medication management, my patient has diabetes and hypertension, so I strictly monitor and give the correct medicines for both conditions at the right time every day. Skincare and monitoring. Since I arrived, my patients already had a stage 3 bed sore, meaning malalim na sugat. Nakukuha ito ng mga pasyenteng bedridden dahil sa pagkakahiga lang nilang fairness. Ito yung magiging challenging as a caregiver dahil kailangan mo yung pagalingin. And thanks God, every time the doctors check, it is getting better at liliit na siya. Now it's down to almost stage 1. Laking improvement mo. Mobility and positioning. Ito yung importante kapag bedridden ng pasyente nyo. Turning nyo siya every 2 hours. Left side, right side, and straight position. Kapag hindi sila tineturning, yun yung nagiging cause kung bakit sila nagkakaroon ng bed sore. And importante talaga na maiba-iba yung position nila dahil posibleng nangangaray din sila. And you as a caregiver, tayo ang boses ng mga pasyente natin na hindi na kayang magsalita, hindi na nila masasabi kung ano yung masakit sa kanila. So, we have to be aware and focus in every detail. Sorry, I will not show or demonstrate the actual procedure for cleaning or dressing the bed sore. This is one of the most important things you need to know when you are in an Arab country. It is strictly forbidden to take videos or pictures inside their house, especially the faces of women, children, or the patient. They should never be captured on camera and anything or any part inside their home. You are not allowed to make a video or take a picture of it. We have to respect their rules and culture here. So ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng under ng home health care and private home caregiver? Since I experienced both, so let me explain clearly. Magkaiba talaga sila kaya napakahalaga nito na malaman nyo before you apply anywhere. So, number 1, working under a home healthcare company. Ito yung you are employed by an agency or company and they assign you to patients. Merong mga advantages and disadvantages ang pagtatrabaho sa home healthcare company. Isa na doon yung freedom. This is actually the main reasons why many people prefer this setup. After your duty, you are free to go out, walang pumipigil sa'yo, you are fully independent once your shift ends. And then experience, you get to handle different patients with different cases. May mga taong gustong-gusto to kasi you learn so much more when you take care of various patients with different conditions. And I am one of them. Nung time na under pa ako ng home healthcare company, this is where I handled all kinds of patient cases. Iba-ibang pasyente at iba-ibang condition ang inaalagaan mo, kaya talagang napakarami mong matututunan. Ito pa, working abroad really expand your knowledge and skills. Mas lumalawak yung kakayahan mo dito kumpara sa Pilipinas. Dahil marami kang matututunan at gagawin na parang trabaho na rin ng mga nurses. Dito, lahat ng klase ng pasyente at kondisyon ay may encounter mo. Kaya mas may enhance ka as a caregiver. Unlike sa Pinas, based in my experience, limitado lang yung cases na i-handle mo sa pasyente, which is Tama naman yun. Dahil ang masaselan na procedure ay trabaho ng doctors and nurses. Iba lang talaga yung tiwala na binibigay sa'yo kapag nandito ka sa abroad. Proven yan ng mga kapwa OFW nating caregiver. At kapag gano'n, you have to face it at aaralin mo talaga with a very careful. And also, one of the advantage is about security. You have a contract with the company, so your salary is guaranteed and fixed. And also, you have a clear duties because the company defines your job. So the family cannot force you to do housework. And lastly, in support, you have a manager or nurse to report to if there are problems. And about the disadvantages, kapag nagtatrabaho ka sa home healthcare, sometimes salary matters. Madalas, mas mataas ang nakalagay na salary rate kapag sa company, pero kadalasan, ikaw ang gagastos ng sarili mong food, tirahan, and transportasyon. Not all, pero karamihan at kadalasan. Lalo na kapag freelancer ka, yung hindi ka under nila, pero sa kanila ka kumukuha ng trabaho, or ang target mo ay yung mga pasyente under ng home healthcare company. Also, the disadvantages ng under home healthcare, changing patients. You might be transferred to a different patient or house anytime. Gaya nga ng sinabi ko, iba-iba ang nahawakan mong pasyente. Hindi mo alam kung hanggang kailan ka lang sa last patient mo now, na iba na naman bukas, or kung mabait ang pasyente mo now, pwedeng bukas ay toxic na, like nandudura, sigaw ng sigaw, or nambabato ng nyebas, o kaya naman nananakit. So, that is one of disadvantage kapag under ng company. But it's challenging to. Yung pasyente mo, salbahe. Really, I really like that.
Where you're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
Okay, let's proceed to private home caregiver advantages and disadvantages. You are hired directly by the family or sponsor, no agency in between. And these are advantages. Stability. You have only one patient. Meron ka lang isang pasyente, and that is your routine every day. It is steady and you get used to it easily. Nasa sayo na yan kung gusto mo ng ganung routine or not. One of advantages, salary and benefits. Walang kumukuha ng commission o bawas sa sahod mo. Buo mong makukuha lahat. Libre yung pagkain, tirahan at kuryente, kaya wala kang gagastusin. Minsan pa, pwede mo rin i-demand o hilingin sa sponsor mo yung mga gamit mo tulad ng uniforms, toiletries, at mga personal care items. Pero madalas kasi, so ugali natin mga Pilipino na mahiyain or something ma-pride. Minsan, tayo na lang ang sasagot nun or bibili for itself. Hindi natin inaas. Kung kaya naman, di ba? Tayo kasi yung kung kaya naman, tayo na lang. Pero ang totoo, karapatan mong hingin yan at madalas sila pa mismo yung mag-offer at magbibigay niya sa'yo sometimes. Isa sa mga advantages, direct agreement. You and the family agree on the rules, duty, and schedule directly. Like me, I agree no housework and it was respected. Na din doon yung closer relationship. Kadalasan dahil araw-araw mo silang nakakasama, so nakakabuo tayo ng bond with our patient's family. Madalas ganyan ang nangyayari, pero sa sitwasyon ko kasi professionalism pa rin ang nangingibabaw sa akin. Yeah, minsan nandyan yung binibiro ka, ngingiti ka lang, sasagot ng maayos, response a few words, pero hindi talaga ako mahilig makipag-closeness or tinotodo yung pakikisama. Palagi ako nagsasend ng limitasyon. Nakasal pa rin sa isip ko yung hangganan ko that they're my client and I'm here just to do my work. But I'm not saying it's bad to build a close relationship with them, but always remember that sometimes being too close is exactly the reason why they end up disliking you. Like I told you before, their culture and attitude here are different. There are times na tatanungin mo na lang yung sarili mo na, ba't ganun? Ba't ganun sila? Wala naman akong ginawang masama. Even though you know you did nothing wrong. This happen when you fail to set proper boundaries for yourself. And the disadvantages being under a private home caregiver. Freedom and going out. Since you live inside their house, you are their responsibility. But you also have to ask permission every time you want to go out. Sometimes family are okay with it. Basta tapos na yung trabaho mo, they let you go out. But there are also families who do not allow you to go out at all. Not all are like that, but it depends on the family. Day offs. Ito iba-iba din. Some families give you a day off, some give it only once a month, and some do not give any day off at all. Depende talaga sa pamilya mapupuntahan mo. The important is you know your rights. At para sa kaalaman nyo, ang batas dito sa Saudi, kahit caregiver ka o kahit anong trabaho mo, mayroon ka talagang karapatan na once a week day off. Pwede mo namang ipaglaban yan kung gusto mo. Dahil lang hindi pagbibigay ng day off, ay paglabag na din yan sa batas nila. And they're really aware that at asa sa'yo yan kung may boses ka. Kaya wag niyong pairalin yung takot or nahihiya kayo magsabi saan at kailan mo gagamitin yung bibig mo. Kasi one of their attitude, kapag nakita kasi nila na, okay lang sa kanya yung ganto, ganyan. Masasanay sila niya ng ganun. Pero kapag nakita nila sa'yo that you are smart, they can't easily do something not good or not fair. So isa na din sa disadvantage yung less security. Everything depends on the sponsor. If they are good, you are good. If they are bad, napakahirap mag-complain. But always remember, we have the OWA and MWO. Their contact numbers are everywhere on social media and the internet. Kung hindi mo gusto or you're being treated badly, you have the right to look for a new employer. And also this one, obey duties sometimes. Some families might add extra work if you did not clarify it at the start. Kaya napakalagang lilinawin mo sa kanila agad na ikaw ay caregiver at hindi ka gagawa ng kahit na anong gawaing bahay. Kahit damit pa ng pasyente mo yan. Even me, hindi ako naglalaban ng damit ng pasyente ko. Tutok lang ako sa kanya, medication, pag-aalaga lang. Also, sa paglilinis ng room ni PT, there's another person who assigned there. Pwede ka naman siguro magdampot-dampot ng kaunting kalat. Siyempre, we have to maintain as well yung cleanliness ng kapaligiran ng pasyente natin. So the reality working here in Saudi Arabia, working here is a mix of hard work and good experiences. The good things are free food, accommodation, and medical care. Salary is good compared to other countries. But challenges working here in abroad, especially Middle East, is strict culture and rules. You have to be very careful with your actions, clothing, and words. Kung ikaw ay magaslaw dyan sa Pinas, iwanan mo muna yan dyan. Kung ikaw ay mahilig manamit ng mga sexy, like kita ang mga Enechowa Japan, or sanay sa mga sulutang kita ang Bongelia at Yukochinewa, iwanan mo muna yan. At kung ikaw ay maingay, palamuray, palat kayo muna tayo. Kailangan natin respetuhin ang mga kultura nila at igalang yung kanilang batas at nakasanayan. Homesickness is real kasi malayo ka sa pamilya. At hanap-hanapin mo talaga yung buhay na nakasanayan mo sa atin. Pero lahat naman is na-overcome at nakakasanayan, lalo na kung yung pagsasakripisyo mo ay natutugunan mo yung pangangailangan ng pamilya. Sobrang sarap sa feeling mo. Doon mo talaga maiintindihan na this is a reality of what is an OFW truly means. And of course, always remember, respect is the key here. Respect the religion, traditions, and lifestyle. If you show respect, you will be treated well. And sa mga gusto palang mag-caregiver pero walang time umattend ng face-to-face class, you can study online too and get a certificate on alison.com for free. Meron akong ilalagay na link dyan and it can directly bring you to their website. Lalagay ko na rin dyan yung link ng blog ko about alison.com kung paano, step by step, kung paano makakapag-study ng free at makakuha ng certificate. If you're interested, just go and check it out. And that is for now. I hope this video gave you a very clear and detailed idea of what life is like as a caregiver here in Riyadh. If you have more questions or things you want to know, just drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates about my life and what? Ano yun? Thank you for watching and I really appreciate it na natsagaan mo to till the end. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Take care of yourself and God bless you all. See you in my next video. Masalam!